Thomas wanted to ask AI a simple question. What does our master services agreement say about late delivery penalties? But the public AI has never seen his company's contracts, and he certainly cannot paste a confidential agreement into a random chatbot. This is the wall every procurement team hits, and the thing that gets you over it has a name: RAG. RAG stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation. It sounds technical. It is actually a simple, beautiful idea, and it is the single most important concept for using AI on your own company data. Let me explain it in plain English. Start with the core problem. A standard large language model only knows two things: what it learned from the public internet during training, and whatever you paste into the chat right now. That is it. It does not know your contracts, your spend data, your supplier records, your internal policies, the exact information that makes procurement procurement. And you cannot just hand it everything. Two reasons. First, size. You cannot paste 10,000 contracts into a chat box. There's a limit to how much it can read at once. Second, and bigger, security. You absolutely cannot paste confidential commercial data into a public AI tool and hope for the best. So how do you let AI work with your private knowledge safely? That is the exact problem RAG solves. Here's the idea, and it is genuinely simple. Instead of the AI answering from memory, you give it an open book. When you ask a question, the system first retrieves the most relevant pieces from your own documents, and then the AI generates its answer using only those pieces. Retrieval, then generation. RAG. Let me make it concrete with Thomas's question, the late delivery penalty. Without RAG, the AI answers from memory and guesses based on what contracts usually say: confident, generic, and possibly wrong for your specific agreement. With RAG, the system first searches your contract library, pulls the exact clauses about delivery penalties from your master services agreement, and hands those to the AI. The AI then answers using your actual text. It even quotes it, the difference between a guess and a sourced fact. Here's the analogy that makes it stick. Asking a normal AI is like asking a brilliant expert to answer from memory. They know a lot, but they might misremember the details of your specific situation. RAG turns it into an open book exam. The same brilliant expert, but now with your exact documents open in front of them, answering from the page instead of from memory. And that one change fixes the two biggest problems with AI at work. First, it crushes hallucinations. When the AI is forced to answer from retrieved real documents and to cite them, it has far less room to invent things. The answer is grounded in your source, not its imagination. Second, it gives you traceability. A good RAG system does not just answer, it shows you which document, which page, which clause the answer came from. For procurement, where you have to defend a decision, that is everything. You can click through and check. Now, the part that matters most to anyone handling sensitive data: security. This is where RAG quietly changes the game. In a properly built enterprise RAG system, your documents are not used to train the public model. They sit in your own secure environment. When you ask a question, only the small, relevant snippet is retrieved and used to generate the answer within that protected boundary. Your confidential contracts stay yours. This is the difference between pasting a contract into a free public chatbot, which you should never do, and using a proper enterprise tool built on RAG, which is designed for exactly this. If you remember one thing from this video, let it be that distinction. And it is worth being precise about why that matters so much in procurement specifically. Your contracts contain pricing nobody else should see. Your supplier records contain commercial terms that are a competitive advantage. Your spend data could embarrass you if it leaked. This is exactly the information you most want AI to help with, and exactly the information you can least afford to expose. RAG is what squares that circle. It lets the AI work with your most sensitive data without that data ever leaving your control or training someone else's model. That is not a nice to have.
For a procurement team, it is the whole ballgame. So where does Thomas actually meet RAG in the real world? He doesn't build it, he uses it, often without realizing. Any tool that lets you chat with your documents is using RAG. Upload a contract, ask questions about it, that's RAG on a small scale. The enterprise copilots, the ones that connect to your company's systems and answer from your real data, are RAG at large scale. And when your IT team talks about a secure internal AI assistant trained on company knowledge, what they almost always mean is RAG. So the practical skill is not building it. It is knowing it exists, asking for it by name, and understanding why it is the safe, accurate way to point AI at your own information. Now let us be clear-eyed about the limits, because RAG is powerful but not magic. 1. It is only as good as what it retrieves. If the system pulls the wrong section, the answer will be confidently based on the wrong thing. Retrieval quality matters enormously. 2. Garbage in, garbage out still applies. If your document library is a mess of outdated and duplicate files, RAG will faithfully answer from the wrong version. Clean, well-organized source documents are the foundation. 3. You still verify. RAG dramatically reduces hallucination. It does not eliminate it. The huge advantage is that now you can check because it shows you the source. So check it. See the pattern. Even with RAG, the human stays in the loop. The technology makes the AI trustworthy enough to rely on and gives you the source to confirm it. You bring the judgment to confirm it. So picture Thomas now. He asks his secure AI assistant about the late delivery penalty. In seconds, it answers, quoting the exact clause, naming the contract and the page. He clicks through, confirms it, and moves on. No reading 40 pages, no risk of a confident guess, no confidential data leaving the building. That is RAG doing its quiet, essential job. So let's lock it in. RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation. Lets AI answer from your own documents instead of from memory. It retrieves the relevant pieces first, then generates the answer from them. It crushes hallucinations, gives you traceable sources, and, done properly, keeps your confidential data secure. You won't build it, you'll use it in any tool that chats with your documents. And you respect the limits. Retrieval quality matters, clean your sources, and always verify against the citation it gives you. This is the concept that takes AI from a clever general assistant to a tool that actually knows your business safely. It is the bridge between the public model and your private world. If you want the prompts for working with your own documents the right way, grounded, sourced, and verified, they are free and linked below. And our full course shows you how to put AI to work on your real contracts and data securely. Thomas stopped guessing and started asking his own documents. Now go and do the same. I'll see you in the next one.